Yay.
We are live. Hello, everybody. See lots of people in the comments already. My phone,
That's fun.
My phone still says we're not live. There we go. Now we are, I think.
Yeah, it showed up.
Okay. Mine still says we're not, but that's okay. Oh, that's sorry. I didn't mean to show myself my own comment. Hi, everybody. Thank you for coming. I really need to read, so I'm excited.
Me too.
I haven't been reading much lately.
Welcome, Ashley.
Yay, Ashley! Oh, I'm so glad.
Here. Now I'm live. All right. We want to go around and introduce ourselves. Tori.
I'm Tori. I'm from Novel Life on YouTube and Live a Novel Life on Instagram. I guess I'll just say what I'm reading too. I'm reading Beyond the Highland Mist by Henry Money. I started it last night. Was it last night? Yeah, last night. I'm like kind of like, I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's kind of weird, but.
Have you read the author before?
It's my first thing by her, so.
It was a lot more whimsical than I thought it would be. When I read that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because I think isn't it a play on Midsummer Night's Dream?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Isn't that Puff? And like the Fairy Queen and like
she also has the Dark Fever series.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she does, yeah.
I think I read that one.
I don't know. All I know is that she gets thrown back in time, but someone like takes her there. And then she's forced to marry this guy. And that's all I'm at. That's all I'm at right now. So I don't really know all too much else.
Victoria?
I'm Victoria. I go by Victoria's Bookish Loves on Instagram and on YouTube. And I am going to start Wicked and Happy by Elizabeth.
I love that series so much.
It's very good. I love it too.
Oh, I think she froze.
Oh no.
I
just need more right now.
Are we back?
You're back. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why it keeps reloading. But yeah, I've read some of the later ones in the series, and now I'm going to start this first one.
Is that book number one?
Yeah.
I've read like 3 different ones, not in order.
Read like 8, 5, and 9 or something like that, like random ones.
I think book 4 is my favorite in that series with Winter and Isabel.
Book 4 is very popular. Yeah, that's a good one. I still like Darling Beast best with Apollo. It's my favorite.
That one's fun.
Dearest Rogue's good. I like that one.
My favorite one that I've read so far.
Darling Beast has the step back that matches a scene in the book, and it's where he comes out of the lake. And it is
several of them have the step back that matches the scene in the book. Like, it's crazy.
That's God tier.
I like her step backs.
Yes, that's agreed. I'm with you, Jen.
Me and Jen were talking about that the other day, and that's my second favorite.
Right? Didn't you have your live show?
Yes, I didn't make it, but Jen was there. Yeah.
Okay. We talked about all of them. All right, Sam.
I'm Sam. My channel is Sam Reads a Little. Also, Sam Reads a Little on Instagram. I am reading The Gravity of Us by Brittany C. Cherry.
I love that.
Yeah.
I know.
I just realized it's book 4. Hopefully, I don't need to read them in order.
You don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I've only read book 1 and 4 in that series.
Okay.
I've read all of them. I'm obsessed with them. I think that's I don't know, because Eleanor and Gray is so good too by her.
I just read The Wreckage of Us and loved it. So I just want to read everything Brittany C. Cherry right now. So.
I haven't read her books before. Where would you start?
I say Eleanor and Gray, but The Gravity of Us is great too.
I haven't read the books either. They're so emotional. I'm worried about it.
Ooh, yeah. I feel that.
I cried in The Gravity of Us. Just a warning.
Oh boy.
Wait, what on it?
Oh boy.
What about Gravity of Us?
Oh, I cried a lot.
Oh, so, okay.
Yeah. If you want to cry.
I'm a baby, so I know I'll cry.
Same. I'm Jacqueline. I'm on the same page on Instagram and YouTube. And I am reading His at Night by Sherry Thomas for the seasonally booked up Spring of Spies. And this is a reread, but what's really fun is that this is my sister's copy and she has annotated it. So every once in a while I'll run into like a little note, which is super fun. And it's amazing.
I'm Crystal from Crystal's Bookish Life, and I am reading After Midnight by Teresa Medeiros. I have a physical copy with a step back, and I left it in my other room, and I also have a Kindle copy, so that's what I'm reading. It's for the Reiki Appreciation Society book club that I do with Jen. That's this Thursday.
Is that paranormal?
It is paranormal historical. I'm just barely into it. And it definitely, like, from the beginning, they're like, is he a vampire? So I'm not sure how it's going to play out, but yeah.
Okay. Is he a vampire?
I don't know yet. Like, it's still like a big question. They're like, maybe he is a vampire. So I'm like,
I hope he is.
I hope he is, or I'll be disappointed.
All right, so we have some people in the comments reading. I read Filthy Vows.
Ooh.
I liked that. Christina C. Jones is amazing.
Her backlist is like, I feel like it's a lot more than people think.
She has so many books.
Mm.
Let us know what you're reading in the comments. Oh, I haven't picked this up yet. I need to.
I'm scared.
I do too. I bought it. I'm so excited to read it.
I'm so scared to read it.
I haven't read Mariana Zapata because I know her books are huge and I know that people cry a lot. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm in a space to cry right now.
I don't think I've cried during one of her books.
Okay, that's good. That bodes well for me.
But they're definitely slow burn, which I know you don't like. So
I just want it, if it's going to be a slow burn, I want it to be horny. Like, it's fine if they don't do anything, but like,
some of them are and some of them aren't.
something.
Because some of them I feel the like sexual tension really strongly, and some of them I've been like, I didn't really get
It's
it.
very not there.
So
I agree. Oh, but I'm reading this. I didn't introduce myself. I'm Jessica. Hi. I'm reading this. It came out today.
I would read that so bad. I have it, but you know, I haven't
It's super
gotten to it yet.
cute.
Oh my God, Kristen Kelly.
I love Kristen Kelly.
She's so amazing.
Oh,
I feel like the only one that's truly like new adult to me is the first book, but it's also hate sex. So like that's kind of where I'm like, you've got me. But the other ones, like, they move past college and are like playing professional ball. So
I feel like that series is like super old school romance booktube. I
Mhm.
remember people talking about it years ago.
it's she's still got it though. Like,
Yeah.
I really like her books.
Is
I
that
have
her
not
new-
read this yet.
I haven't either.
I see Candy all the time on TikTok, and I'm always like, I need to read more of her books.
I loved her TikTok.
Loved
There was
her
like
latest
a lot of her
releases.
book.
What did you say?
She like had a TikTok recently that was like one of those things where you pretend that like your life is the plot of a book. And I was like, oh my God, this is someone's life. What? And then I was like, oh.
They always get me every time.
Yeah.
Someone
I
just
didn't
read
love
it.
this, but oh, good. Happy to know. Oh, that just moved. I always hate it when I click on something and it moves. Good to hear that you love this. I know a lot of people have been loving it. Mine Till Midnight. It's so
Love
good.
that one.
Well, and it's the Lisa Kleypas Heroine Appreciation Week on Instagram right now. So you're just in time.
I didn't know that.
Angela did a really cute illustration of whatchamacallit, Derek Craven and Sarah. Dreaming of You today. She posted like an illustration that she did and it was really cute.
Who was that?
Angela reads romance.
Oh, hasn't she been doing all those covers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. We can start reading. Do we want to go 40 minutes, 45 minutes?
Either one, whatever's easier math. How about that?
So someone help. Did you say one?
40 minutes. How about that? I don't know how what time that would
We'll
be.
read until 7:20.
There we go.
Well, I guess 7:21 now.
7. Oh, 21. Okay.
What?
I was like 7:21 past already.
Oh no, it's 3:21. Why did I say 7:21?
I was
Delete that.
like the same time zone as
Put
Sam.
me in timeout. No, it's 7:40 right now. I don't know why I just said that. It's been a day. It's okay. I had the same date on my board at school for like 4 days in a row, so I'm just. It's all right. All right, 8:21 because it's 7:41 now. We'll read for 40 minutes.
Alrighty.
Score.
my heart, Cuzzy, come here. Come here. Come here.
I couldn't find the unmute button. Hello, everybody. It is time to stop reading. How did everybody do?
Pretty good.
Really good. I'm enjoying my book so much.
You were laughing and then you were what, crying?
Well, like it's the heroine forces the hero. She compromises herself, so they have to get married because her uncle is abusive and she's trying to get out. And then their wedding night, she gets like hella drunk, not realizing that she's drunk. And she's like, we have to consummate the marriage, and thinking in her head, because if I don't, like I could have to go back to my uncle, and I refuse to. And the hero is like so pissed, but also she's just like this girl who's never drank before, who's like pretty tipsy. And so at first he's like kind of frustrated, and then it's funny, and then he's just like taking care of her, and she's like, I just would like more of you. And I'm like, Sherry, wasn't ready for this.
Oh, that's cute. I love Sherry Thomas's books. I need to read that one.
So good. Also, if any of you guys read The Scarlet Pimpernel, I don't know if that was your vibe, but it's got similar things where the hero is pretending to be a fool, but he's actually a spy. It's pretty good.
How'd everybody else do?
I think I got through about 50 pages. 50, yeah, it's not bad.
Do you like it?
Yes, but like I don't. So this one was published, I think, in 2001. So because it's historical, but it's set in like the 15 something, the way they say things are really weird. Like a lot different than what I'm used to reading, which is not always the problem. But then they use like common phrases that we would use. So I'm like a little. I mean, I know she doesn't use them, even though she's from like the future or like present time. So I'm like, this is weird, but like their banter is funny. I like it between the two of them. So that's what keeps me going with the book. I'm like, okay, it's going to turn out good, right?
Because didn't she like swear off men?
Yeah.
And that's the premise.
Right.
Yeah. She's like, I'm never going to be with the beautiful. I mean, she's from New Orleans too, so that's pretty cool. I like that because she talks about that a lot. But yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's okay.
That sounds familiar. I think I might have read that one.
I had these, like, I bought all of them from Half Price Books a while ago, and I'm like, you know what? This one's on my May TBR, so I'm like, well, I'll just start with the first one, and hopefully I like it, so I continue on with the series.
It's on my May TBR too, so I'm hoping you like it.
Of course it's on your May TBR.
I know. I got through 46 pages of The Gravity of Us. I'm liking it. I can tell it's going to be emotional. Definitely. The hero's a grump, so I think it's going to be Grumpy Sunshine. So
I love Grumpy Sunshine.
So good.
That one's so good.
I like also when it's Grumpy Sunshine, but the heroine is the grump and the hero is the sunshine one.
I haven't read too many of those.
Yeah, you don't get it.
I feel like maybe Talia Hibbert's Girl Like Her, I think. The one with Zach, who's Demi, and the heroine is Ray. I feel like that one could be.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't think about that, but yeah, I think it's called that. Something That Girl. I just read it this year, the beginning of the year. So now that I think about it, yeah, she's kind of a grump and he's kind of, yeah.
The only other one I can think of is the Chloe Lease one. Oh, yeah.
I haven't read her yet.
I really need to read Chloe.
It's so good.
It's my favorite book ever. I mean, like, I relate to her, but after reading
I own all of them on audio.
Yeah, I have the paperback of that one just because it's my favorite. But after reading that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy a special bed for me. You know what?
Yes.
I got through
45 pages. What was your thoughts?
Of my 45 pages. I like their names. That was the first thing. They have such strange, like Lazarus and Temperance. And I love that her brother's name is Winter. Like, I wouldn't think of that as like a guy name, but I love that. But it seems intriguing so far. Like, I haven't read a historical in a really long time. Like, I haven't been reading historicals. So I'm hoping that this will make me like want to read historicals again. But I'm intrigued by this like searching for a murderer plot.
I feel like that one's fun because it's a historical, but it's not like ball gowns and going to the Mideast historical. It's like we're searching the underbelly of London to find a killer.
Yeah, I like the it's less of the tawn rich people and more of the I'm trying to run a home for little children that are orphaned and we live in St. Giles
and the home for foundling children. Isn't there something unfortunate in the title?
Maybe not.
It's a long.
How can they name all of the children the same names?
Though? Yeah, they're all Mary. All the girls are Mary, and all the boys are Joseph. I think
that's so confusing, and they all have different last names. I just feel like that would be just and they have 28 kids there. So
oh my gosh.
I remember there's one kid who comes and he's like, my name is not Joseph. I can't remember what his name is, but he's like, I refuse to be Joseph.
Yeah, because they were some of them are 9 years old. I'm like, did they come to you as 9-year-olds and you just changed their names to Joseph?
Rude.
But I hope I like it.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the names that they said.
Jess, how was the people you meet on vacation?
It's good so far, but it's slow because every chapter alternates between their past trips together and their current trip together. And they haven't talked in 2 years and we don't know why still.
How far are you into it?
100 pages.
That sounds angsty.
I'm just like, well, what happened? They're not talking about it. And they're finally meeting up after 2 years, with no question. They're like, hey, want to go on a trip? Sure. I don't know. I just want to know what happened.
Is that the same author that did Beach Read?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I haven't read that one just because I was after everyone always talked about it last year, and I was like, I really don't want to read it because I feel like
I waited partially because I was like, is this a romance? It's not, but I was very satisfied by the romance.
I liked the romance in it.
I did too. Well, I feel like there's too much trauma and dealing with the grief from her father's death for it to I feel like the romance to be central, but I was so satisfied with the romance. It didn't feel like that was shortchanged at all. I would recommend it. I think it's phenomenal. If you are in a space to read about someone who's processing the grief of losing her father. So you may or may not have the spoons for that, but if you do, phenomenal.
Their little writing dates were just so cute.
I know. It made me think of the Taylor Swift music video where they pass notes through the window.
Jen says to read Book Out of the Beast.
I love that.
I read this Hoyt book, but I need to, obviously.
Oh.
I really liked Dearest Rogue. And then I read another one of the later ones, the Duke, one of the Duke ones, Duke of something.
I don't like the first Duke of Sin. I think the hero is annoying. It's the one, heroine is Bridget, the Duke is Valentine.
No, I didn't read that one. I think it was Duke of Pleasures. Is that
Duke of Pleasures? That's a fun one. Is that Elf and no, that's Duke of Desire. Duke of Pleasure is Iris and Raphael, I think.
Yeah, I think that's the one that I read.
There's so many books in that series, and I want to get all the paperbacks, and I've been trying to find them at my local bookstore. But some have second book in the Maiden Lane series, and some just say book in the Maiden Lane series. It doesn't tell me which one. So I'm I have to go and learn all, I think 12 books or whatever. I bought 2 of one. I didn't even realize.
Oh no. If you're looking for specifically the step back editions, I know Megan, who's at Books and Boops, is in Alabama, Georgia, and she goes to a ton of different places and finds books for people. So
I have to get on that because there are no used bookstores near me.
The person that in Utah either.
45 minutes.
Bad.
I have bought way too many books from her. And if you let her know you're looking for specific books, she's really good at finding them.
She's got an eBay too, right?
She does. Although more often she'll start a live and just be like, these are the books I've got. Tell me what you want. And anytime I've made it so anytime she goes live, I'm notified. I'm I don't care if I have to get out of this meeting. I will know exactly what books are available.
I watched part of the live show.
Oh, go ahead. What'd you say?
I watched part of the live show, even though I haven't read all the books. But I just wanted to know what the rankings that everyone gave were. Like, which were your favorites and which ones that I should like prioritize?
He just was like so privileged and was like, you know, I feel like his worldview is essentially like, we're all screwed because people who have power make all the decisions. So why not just do whatever you want and be awful? And I was like, not great. But the heroine is awesome. Bridget's very cool. So mileage may vary.
The live is on Jen's channel for anybody who's
I need to watch
interested
that.
in that.
I want to
know
hear Tiffany talk about that book. She's amazing.
She does say there's mostly gushing, just a few. Things
I mean,
they don't have.
that series is like how long? You can't love. I mean, you could, but I guess. But like every book, you had something. Of course, you're gonna have to like talk about some books that weren't that good.
Mhm.
I think it's 11, maybe 12.
I think there's 12.
I think there's 12, but I mean, I could be wrong. Could be totally
Well,
wrong.
and then there's also the novellas, which I don't know if you can get them physically, but I would like to.
Next week's host, I believe, is I pointed the right direction this time. Tori.
No, this way.
I know. I always want to point like normal, but it's backwards. I'm
Oh,
like,
no,
this way.
I pointed the wrong
I was like reaching this way for my drink, and I'm like watching
You're
myself in
grabbing
the
on
camera, and I'm like, wait.
Everybody is linked down below, so go check everybody out in the description box, and it'll be on Tori's channel next week, so she's linked down below as well. Any last comments, questions, concerns? I never know how to end things, so
There's always like this like really awkward 30 seconds.
we're done.
Pam, your couch is very cute, by the way.
Oh, thank you. You can see where my cat has tore it up. But that's okay. I try to just move it, but it's still there. It happens.
It happens.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining. I got a lot of reading done, so that was fun.
Yay.
All right. See everybody next week on Tori's channel.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.